Karma is like a cosmic balance sheet that keeps track of our actions, good and bad. It's the idea that what goes around comes around. Karma isn't just about punishment or reward, it's about learning and growth. Karma, at its core, is about cause and effect. It's the idea that our actions, intentions, and thoughts create energy that reverberates throughout the universe and eventually comes back to us. Imagine you're throwing a pebble into a pond. The ripples spread outward, touching everything in their path and eventually returning to the point where the pebble was thrown. Similarly, our actions send out vibrations that affect the world around us and, ultimately, ourselves. In Buddhism and Hinduism, they believe in reincarnation, which means we go through many lives. So, karma isn't just about this life, it's about all our lives. Everything we do adds up and shapes our destiny, not just in this life but in future ones too. So, if you're kind and positive, that energy comes back to you. But if you're negative or harmful, well, you'll have to face the consequences sooner or later. It's like the universe keeping score, ensuring that our actions have consequences, both now and in the future. Here are the 12 laws of karma and how you can apply them to benefit us. 1. The Great Law. This is the first law of karma, often known as the law of cause and effect. The Great Law states that, you reap what you sow. In simpler words, the energy you put out into the world comes back to you. Imagine it like an echo, whatever you send out, returns to you. This law says that the energy and emotions we harbor within ourselves can manifest in the world around us. For instance, if you're surrounded by negativity, there might be negativity within you. Conversely, if you experience love around you, there's love within you as well. 2. The law of creation. This is the second law of karma. The law of creation emphasizes the importance of taking proactive steps in our lives. Rather than passively waiting for good things to happen, we need to participate actively in shaping the life we want. You are the creator of your life and we have the power to shape our own lives. What we experience externally is often a reflection of our internal thoughts, beliefs, and actions. 3. The law of humility is the third law of karma. It teaches us the importance of acceptance. It emphasizes that we should embrace things as they are, without resistance or denial. Rather than struggling against circumstances beyond our control, we should acknowledge them with humility and grace. For instance, consider being stuck in traffic and running late for work. You might feel frustrated and angry, but these emotions won't alter the situation. Accepting the reality of the traffic will allow you to let go of stress and thus find peace even amidst challenges. 4. The law of growth. The fourth rule of karma teaches us that the best way to make things better is by improving ourselves. Instead of trying to change others, we should focus on changing ourselves for the better. It's like when you're in a relationship and you want the other person to be different. Instead of trying to change them, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. This way, you'll either attract healthier relationships or learn to see things differently. 5. The law of responsibility reminds us that we're in charge of our actions and the results they bring. It means owning up to the choices we make and the situations we find ourselves in. This law tells us that whatever happens in our lives is often a result of decisions we've made. Instead of blaming others, we take responsibility for our part in creating our reality. Imagine you're working on a group project and one of your team members doesn't complete their part on time. As a result, your project is delayed, and you feel stressed. Although you didn't cause your team member to miss their deadline, you're still responsible for how you handle the situation. Instead of blaming them, you have a choice in how you respond. This law says that all events that result from the negative reaction are your sole responsibility. 6. The law of connection. The law of connection is based on the principle that everything is connected. It's simple: the actions and thoughts you had in the past have brought about the present you're experiencing today. And, the actions and thoughts you're having today are in the process of shaping your future. Consider the analogy of planting seeds in a garden. The seeds we plant today will determine the flowers or fruits we harvest tomorrow. Similarly, the choices we make and the energy we put out into the world today will have repercussions in the future. What you do in this very moment will impact the future. It's a reminder to stay mindful that even the smallest action will reverberate far into the future. Everything is connected. 7. The law of focus. The seventh law of karma highlights the importance of where we direct our attention. It suggests that we cannot focus on two things simultaneously. We are presented with a choice: focus on lower values like anger, jealousy, and greed, or focus on higher values like love, gratitude, and acceptance. By maintaining focus on positive values, we attract more positive experiences into our lives. As Tony Robbins famously said, your life is controlled by what you focus on. 8. The law of giving and hospitality emphasizes the significance of selfless actions. According to this law, genuine intentions are demonstrated through acts of generosity and hospitality. It's not merely about discussing generosity, rather, our actions reflect our true beliefs. Being selfless means putting other people's needs before our own wants. It's like being a great team player, always ready to help others without expecting anything in return. When we do kind things for others without thinking about what we'll get out of it, we create positive vibes and increase your good karma. 9. The law of here and now emphasizes living in the present moment. Instead of dwelling on past mistakes or worrying about what will happen tomorrow, it encourages us to focus on the here and now. This can rob us of the joy and peace available in the present moment. By anchoring ourselves in the present, we can free ourselves from the burden of regrets and anxieties, allowing us to fully appreciate life as it unfolds moment by moment. 10. The law of change teaches us that our lives often follow repetitive patterns because of our habits and desires. When we keep doing the same things over and over, they become habits that control us. These habits can keep us stuck in the same cycle of actions and consequences, known as the wheel of karma. To break free from this cycle, we need to recognize our habits and be willing to change them. It's about realizing when we're acting out of habit and making a conscious effort to do things differently. 11. The law of patience and reward. This law emphasizes the importance of consistency in achieving our goals. It reminds us that positive outcomes often require sustained effort over time, and that we need to be patient while waiting for results to manifest. This law teaches us that if we consistently engage in positive actions and cultivate good karma, we will eventually reap the rewards. While it may take time for these rewards to materialize, our commitment to doing good deeds will gradually accumulate positive karma, leading to favorable outcomes in the long run. 12. The law of significance and inspiration teaches us that each of us is important and has a purpose. It reminds us that our unique qualities and abilities can inspire others in ways we might not even realize. Just like a drop contains the essence of the entire ocean, we carry immense potential within us to make a difference and inspire those around us.